Okay, so this lesson is very similar to yesterday. The end result is going to be just like yesterday. But this is when your multiplication facts really are needed. Here's what I mean. Today's lesson is called estimating quotients. And when we're estimating, that usually means we are rounding. The rules of rounding do not necessarily apply in this case. And I'll show you what I mean. So the first problem says Max wants to make 9 rubber band balls. Not 8, not 10, 9. He bought a jar of 700 rubber bands. Estimate to find out about how many rubber bands he can use for each ball. So it's wanting me to do 700 divided by 9. So first, I do what I always do. I'm going to box out the number that I need. Really, I just need to focus on 70. 9 times what is 70? Nothing. 70 will not work. I cannot multiply anything by 9 and get 70. Is there something close? This will not change. 9 cannot change. Is there something close in the 70s that I can do? I see a lot of hands now. Annie?
72.
72. What times 9 is 72?
8.
9 times 8 is 72. So what if I estimated and instead of 70 or 700, I changed it to 720 divided by 9. Well, then that becomes, 9 times 8 is 72. Add on that 0. So about 80 rubber bands per ball. Will he have 80 when he gets to the 9th ball? No. But it doesn't say exactly, it says about. So what this whole lesson is about is manipulating these numbers, changing them to the correct multiples. So let's try another one. What if I have the number, here's an easy one, 48 divided by 5. Can I multiply something by 5 to get 48? No. If I'm dealing with 5, the end number in the ones place is going to be either a 0 or a 5. That's it. So what should I do to this 48?
50.
Why is 50 the better choice than 45? It's closer. Again, when I'm estimating, I want to be as close to correct as I can. 48 down to 45, that's 3 away. 48 to 50, that's only 2. So I want what's going to have the least amount of difference. So 48 is going to become a 50, and 50 divided by 5 is 10. No big deal. Okay, but what about this? This is the first time we're seeing this. 235 divided by 8. All right. Again, we're estimating. So when we are estimating, even though it's not proper rounding, we still want to end in that 0. So here's what I do first. This is my original problem. I'm going to box out what's important. The 23 is important. I do not care about that 5. I'm just going to cross it off because it's going to disappear anyway. All I care about is that 23. Can I multiply 8 by a number to get 23? No. Is there something really close?
24.
24. 1 off. So if I were to change 235 into 240 divided by 8, well, now I'm just focusing on how many times can 8 go into 24? 3 times. Pop in that 0. Good to go. 30.
Wow.
Let's try another. 547 divided by 6. I'm going to box out what's important. That 54 is important. 7 is not. Cross it off. Can 6 go into 54?
Yes.
What times 6 is
9.
54? 9. So I still have to rewrite this. This stays the same, but that 7 needs to go away. I don't want remainders right now. We're not getting into that. So I will rewrite it as just 540 divided by 6 equals, I'm going to box out this. So 6 times what is 54?
9.
Pop in that 0.
90.
There we go. Getting the hang of it. It's really not so bad, but you really have to know your multiplication skills. Let's try another. 192 divided by 5. Box out what's important. 19, I don't care about the 2. Crossing that off, it's going to become a 0 no matter what. That 19, what do I need to do to make it work with a 5?
20.
Make it a 20. So I'm not going to write 20 though. I'm going to rewrite it as 200 divided by 5. And then to make sure I don't go all Oprah throwing out zeros to everybody, I'm going to box out my 20. 5 can go into 20
4 times.
4 times. And now here's my 1 extra 0 that I'm going to add. Don't accidentally see the 2 zeros and add 2 zeros. That's where we get stuck. 662 divided by 8. Okay, box out 66, cross off 2. What can I do with 8 to get it close?
64.
64. What multiplication fact do I know that works with 64?
8 times 8.
8 times 8. So I'm going to write 640 divided by 8 equals 80. You will eventually get to that point where you do not need to box out and use arrows. If you are at that point, mazel tov. If you're not, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You do you. You do what makes you successful. Last one together. 362 divided by 3. Once again, all I care about is that 36, crossing off that 2. Now, here's another trick. This is a very small number. This is a very large number. What my brain is recognizing right now is similar numbers. Here's a 3, here's a 3, here's a 6. 6 is double 3. So 3 can go into 3 one time, and 3 can go into 6 2 times. Well, I've just made a little 12 up here. 3 times 12 is 36. So I'm going to rewrite as 360 divided by 3 equals 12, and then I add in that 0. Okay? So when I'm asking myself, can it go in? Sometimes, if it's small enough and you can see that they have that relationship there, you can easily do it on the top. You will have options of times 11 and times 12. We're going beyond 10 in this lesson, so be on the lookout for that. Especially if I have, like, let's say 672 divided by 6, turn it into 66 divided by 6. See it that way, as an 11. Don't try and take it down to 60. Cool?
Yep.
Feeling okay about this?
Yes.
Good.